It's hard to respond to that, Trev, because there wasn't really any story in Stranger Paradise until, the end. Wait, what happened to the castle that was on fire? Oh. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna start off.
I wonder what it could be this time.
Attention now.
Yeah? What's wrong?
You may have noticed we stopped. As for the cause, outside is it?
We'll take a look.
Oh, now.
I hope it's just a quick snow shoveling job.
Indeed.
Ain't no way, really. Oh, we're cold.
It's freezing. You better keep moving to stay warm.
The Glacian did
Look,
this.
it's the Statue of Paradise.
I can
Sorry,
see
I
her.
mean Shiver.
It's a shame. She's lying dead. Damn, it's cold. Let's clean up out here. Warm up in there. Better make this.
Sorry, Statue of Liberty. Sorry. Because you said Stranger of Paradise, threw me off. Yo, it's the Statue of Liberty. Oh, Statue. That was meant to be my joke. I'll stop it. We're in the New York part of the video game now. Good at plays. She looks a bit. You should just let it go. Ow.
Nice try. Gladio.
Ow.
Ignis! Just the thing.
Okay. I like how he's still cold by everything.
Get poisoned or something. Ignis! Just the thing.
Oh, he switched to ice. He switched to that now.
Gladio.
I realized. He can't do the pinpoint thing anymore. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I forgot about that. Look at my HP. There it is. What's up, Shiva? Oh my, where did you come from? Excuse me, excuse me.
Nice try.
A death claw, huh? Alright. Why do I feel like this is all just forced in? I'm not against like these fights, it just feels real so random. I wish Cure was a spell. Okay. And they both died just that. Good job, guys. That's it. I've come up with a new recipe. Get up, Ignis! Music's really good.
Ignis! Just the thing.
Bro, put it together!
Hurry up. Ain't got time to waste.
Think I don't know that.
Cool. Cool.
Hey, Knocked!
What's up?
You better get in here. Something's
Got
not
it.
right. Come on,
Be there in a
Iggy.
sec.
Right.
That fight gave me a real chill, guys. by the way.
Way. You!
Ain't no
hold
way.
it. That son of a bitch.
Surely he doesn't fall for the same trick twice, right? Surely he wouldn't fall for the same trick twice in a row. That'd be crazy, right?
What the hell?
You seem chill. A bit brisk. I'm a bit brisk tonight. Hey, look, it's the final boss.
Stop! Stop, damn it! Where is he? Where's Prompto?
Oh, there you are. I'm worried about your friends. They've fallen and they can't get up. Why not lend them a hand?
Alright. He made a joke, I followed with another joke.
A coldness that can only be hers.
Ain't no way.
The face you wore the day
Let it now be
That was
done,
pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
as promised to the Oracle.
Get it? Cool, cold.
Tiana, it's you. You're the Glacian.
Tales of the past
And Tiana
and
was Shiva all
hopes for
along.
the future are manifest in the King of Kings.
Shut up.
The Frostbearer's blessing shall be his.
Her eyes are open!
The Six have safeguarded this star since time immemorial.
Oh, okay.
Each of
Well,
a
these are the
different
books.
mind, but united by this common purpose. The god's protection extends to all creatures here below.
The art here is
even
really
to
cool.
The mortals created in their image. They are feeble creatures leading fragile lives and clinging to foolish fancies. The Frostbearer scorns these visions of hope, which melt like snow in the sun's light. Yet the Pyre Burner admires their strength of will. For their reverence, he grants unto them his flame, and the world of man flourishes. His benevolence warms the frozen heart of the Frostbearer. The mortals have earned her respect, he her love and admiration. It is not long, however, before some among those men ascend to new heights of hubris. The people of Solheim spurn the gods who bless them, the gods they once worshipped. The ungrateful mortals incur the wrath of the Pyre Burner. He seeks to raise the very
Hi, Fred.
civilization his
I'm telling you,
reign
16 is just going to be what they would. Is the
but the
best.
Six are sworn to defend the star and all her inhabitants from harm, and, at times, from one another.
What?
The flames of war surge as Solheim fends off the Pyre Burner's fire. The gods' pleas for peace fall on deaf ears, and the battle rages on. When the smoke clears, the world of man is in ruins. Their star left scarred for time
Bahamut?
eternal.
Watch him?
Wearied from war, the Six seek solace in slumber.
He's not there. Wait.
This tale
First
of
game
our
without
shared
Bahamut?
past is entrusted to the King of Kings,
King of Kings, you say? Maybe.
that he may see it to its conclusion.
Maybe. I mean, it's got Titan, it's got Shiva, it's got Ifrit. Well, okay. Ifrit's clearly into the game. But
In the
I
days
feel like
that follow
he
the
showed up
war,
there,
The
so-
Six are still asleep.
wow, these are
The
cool.
Pyre Burner is sought by a man who draws him away.
Why didn't they
from
do this
life.
stuff the whole game?
His peril is sensed by the Frostbearer. She rushes to his aid, only to be felled by the foreign hordes. Those masses are now one with the darkness. Darkness that before long will swallow the Six and the star they protect. This star's fate no longer rests in the hands of the gods. It sits on the shoulders of the chosen. Deliver this world from darkness and grant my love release.
I promise I will.
Just pretend she didn't say that at the end, please.
The Oracle is no longer of this world, but her thoughts remain, and they
Can't
must
say
be
a
known.
sentence like that. Shiva, you of all people. Right. Sorry.
When the boy begins his existence on this star, the girl is met by the High Messenger. It is ordained that she will work with
That
him
doesn't
to
surprise me,
return
Sid.
the
I
light.
could tell this
The
is all
girl
added.
reaffirms that promise.
Sorry.
The High Messenger is moved
wait.
by the girl's determination, her heart warmed by the girl's benevolence. Her faith in mankind is restored once more.
Sister, cease this madness. That boy will never be king.
Noctis is chosen. It is ordained. You of all people should know.
I know that you are throwing your life away.
That may be. But it's my choice. If only...
Mad it's Lena Headley.
If only I could hear his voice once more. If we could laugh together as we did as children. If we could live out our days together as we once dreamed.
Wherefore does the lady weep?
Forgive me. I vowed to only cry where prying eyes cannot see the tears in mine.
Yet others need
Oh,
not
that
hide
sounds
their
exactly
grief.
like her.
Is she so different from them?
No. She is no different at all. She wants exactly what they do. To be with the one she loves. But want though she may, it is not to be.
The lady's thoughts.
Lena Headley
have been heard.
carried this kid.
The
She
love
made
she
her
bears the king
so good.
shall never
Voice
fade.
acting incredible.
And in time, her feelings shall be known unto him.
Gentiana.
Best developed character, by
And
the
if
way.
the words are not spoken from her
Not in the
lips,
party.
then the messenger shall see that they are heard.
Have
The
a
god's
flashback.
favor and the lady's love shall be with him evermore. Thus it is promised between the Oracle and her familiar.
I am undeserving of your kindness. Thank you.
That scene's awesome. That wasn't in the game.
And so the promise is fulfilled. As her words go with him, so shall my blessing.
Yeah. Thanks.
O King of Kings, restore the light unto this world.
I liked all that. I know I could tell they added it. You don't have to tell me things they added. I can see where they've added it already. Way too much cutscene
Farewell,
stuff here. But
dear Noctis.
I have a very good understanding of where they've added stuff.
Luna, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Not even when you needed me most. There was so much you wanted to say. So much I wanted to say. And now, I'll never have the chance. I'm so sorry.
Damn, dude.
I won't let you down.
I know you won't.
Luna. You and I will be together again someday. I promise.
Sorry. All of that, and then we got Arden just frozen there in time. It's not fair to say this stuff was added. This stuff was cut. They done this. They cut this stuff. Why? Doesn't matter. Why? Don't know is what I mean. But that stuff was like they put this in the script. The stuff was already there. The two cutscenes before it with the art and all that stuff and the explanation, the history and stuff, that should have been at the start of the game. You know, the history, the summons and the Eidolons, whatever they're called in this game. Like, that should have been at the start of the game. That should have been like the opening cutscene. This is what the world is, kind of thing. Like, there wasn't anything revealing that we didn't already figure out at this point. That would have been a really cool way to open up the game, not a 20-minute tutorial that I didn't finish. You know? Or just fighting a random fight, you know, that last 10 seconds. Please, that alone, the history thing would have been a really good way to start the game. And then that scene with Luna as well was really heavy, really hard. Second best cutscene in the game. To really add that emotional weight onto it all. Like, that bit was really awesome. And I really enjoyed that moment. When I say enjoyed, in like, that moment hit hard. Really added on to the events that happened when she died. Kind of stuff that really added onto it, and they did a phenomenal job here. I know that this wasn't in the original, and it was like, you know, this is in the Royal Edition of the game, and whatever. What do you call a trailer? I would say there were short films. There's no way that that's a trailer to a video game. You don't do that as a trailer. There's way too many spoilers. It It might have been worded differently at the time, but yeah, that scene was incredible, and I really enjoyed that. The artwork in it as well, the look of the characters. I felt like, see, this is what I'm saying. They had the content. You can tell that it was already wrote really well, and they already hadn't done the stuff. They just delivered it out badly. And I'll tell you what, like, had the delivery before this had hit up there consistently throughout those scenes, dude, I'd be flipping bawling in tears right now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they would hit so much harder than what they do. But because there's so much white space almost between it all, of like forcing it, you know, it's just like it weren't there. You know? It's like if the story had huge context, like they did add in, like, there is some scenes early on when you have like them as kids hanging out and stuff like that, but this really adds on to the emotional weight of their, you know, this love for each other, or, you know, their feelings for each other, or even just, you know, they feel like, you know, they have a bond and they hadn't seen each other for such a long time that they want to be in the emotional effect. Yeah, it feels flat without the context. If the context was there from the beginning, the scenes where she's like with her would have been on a cataclysmic scale. Heck, even if she was in your party, and then you still had to, because she could have been. Some might disagree when I say this, but she could have been in your party, and the same events would still occur in the game. Nothing would change. Nothing would change at all. You know, like, nothing would have changed. So she could have, if they could have put her in your party, they could have done the full error thing to you, make her your white mage and take her away from you. Probably still, I would, that alone would have added. I'm not saying they should do that, because this is a story about four lads. You know, it's the boys' club, but like, well, I think that would have landed. I feel like she should have been a playable character, for me personally. But that would work if there was a class system, which I will talk about another time. Now's not the time to talk about it. But I think she would have been a great playable character. And it would have hit. The scenes would have just hit a whole lot harder. They did. I think it's very bold to say that those scenes, like the scenes with her, like that scene and the scene earlier on, where you lose her and he's like trying to catch her and swim, and like, even when he tries to catch her, like, a lot went into those. You know, a lot went into. The music was great. The whole thing was just, it was there. It was like, wow, this is a great moment. Like, and then, yeah, wasted potential. That was such a huge moment. Also hilarious. I like how she throws him. She's just like, shh. You know, like, because all he does is talk. This guy, he's literally the genesis of this game.
What are you looking at?
Right? And she was like, shut up. Put a button on.
Hey.
He's not dead. He weren't there, dude.
What happened?
Knocked. Are you alright?
Yeah. I saw the Glacian. It's okay. She's gone now. You guys check out our drivers.
I think those two.
Good?
It's like in Crisis Core, right? There's two cutscenes that are huge. You know, without spoilers, there's a bit in the middle of the game, and then there's the ending scene, right? But then a lot of it falls flat because the delivery prior to that doesn't hit its mark. So, in terms of like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, you know, there was a chance for it to be really good there. Like, you know, and I say Crisis Core has one of the best endings in out of the entire Final Fantasy series, even though it's a side game. Like, just the way it ends. So there's just not enough consistency in terms of story delivery. See, this whole game could be mechanically bad, a poor open world game, but the story is what it's supposed to have been, and I would have been like, yeah, this game's great. I would have been like, I would be more inclined to enjoy the game more. But because the story delivery is just so wishy-washy at times, and the best developed character is in the game, she's there, but she's not. You know, she's not even new party or whatnot. It's just kind of like, okay, you know, the Final Fantasy 13 effect, like with Sarah. It's just kind of like, well, why, you know, like it's frustrating. Although I will say that was the first time I saw Noctis get developed as a character. That was the first time he finally went, you know what, I'm gonna stop. I'm, you know, he's got it now. He's got like this whole thing going on. Had this game been a consistent delivery all the way through, those would have been the best cut. It would have been, could have made the game. You like a lot of the added stuff. Look, I can tell where they've added in scenes and stuff like that. I don't need to be told about it all the time, but like it's fine. It just because they added it, that means it's good. That means that it should have been in the game all along. It's got nothing to do with DLCs. This is these like us. What did Zed say? I don't. These were trailers or something, or short videos or whatnot. They already existed. These weren't added to the game. They already existed. They just deleted it from the game because he voice acted that scene. There were scenes where these characters that spoke these things. It was already in the script. It being added isn't what I think is the right term. They re-added it. They had it in the game, then they cut it from the game for whatever reason. Probably an executive decision, you know? I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but hey, I don't run Square to answer that question. I'm just saying this is content that was definitely already there. They just removed it. Just like the whole Versus 13 thing. It was like, they had the base story, they just decided to alter a lot of it.
I'm fine. Let's go.
DLC is stuff that's been added. Well, I will question whether it's been added. I bet they wrote the DLC stuff for this game. I bet they wrote the stuff already. I bet they had it and it was already scripted. They decided we can make money if this was DLC rather than put it in the game and make it a complete game. But again, it is a game of the time that it was released. Lots of games did this. This isn't fully on Square. That was the gaming industry then. Between 2014 and 2016, you remember Destiny 1, right? When it first released. Anyway.
I feel I've earned the right to call you not. For a moment I felt death's
Bro, they're really trying to
chill,
force him as a villain now,
such
aren't
is
they?
the might of the gods. But then I remembered I'm immortal. Such is my blessing and curse. Your attack hurt me, nevertheless. My feelings, at least. And after all the memories we've shared, remember this? Ah, I should have asked if you remember him. Truly a blast from the past. Nay. You mustn't take what's not yours.
Where is he?
He? The little gunman's a short shot away.
Where?
Where else but Gralia, the seat of the Empire? I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you. And you might even find your crystal. With all these demons about, you could certainly use it. Off you go, then. I wouldn't want to keep you from your friend.
Wait, don't you control Arden at the start of this game? You control Nago a lot more hair. Like, I thought it was like, this whole time I thought it was like an older Noctis, but it's not. I'm not asking. Sometimes I feel like I have to throw it in there before someone says yes. The voice acting's great. I will be honest with you, the cast is phenomenal. What a waste of opportunity. Lena Headey absolutely made Luna like an incredible character. Like, she really brought the emotion to those scenes. That's why I'm saying she was a playable character. She would have been great. Arden's great as well. Arden's starting to become a good villain. I wish he was like this the entire game. Again, another thing where he could have just been like this the whole time. I know sometimes you develop, but usually we have time to see these characters develop into the villains that become, like Theme or Kuja. You know, perfect characters. They develop become more evil as the game goes on. He does, but he does it all at once, and I'm like, the bot is back for 10 minutes. Redemption. Haven't Solar Noctis this country. Wait. Oh, maybe I should have done this next time. This is the end of the game, isn't it? Feels like
We
it
should
anyway.
be drawing close to Gralia.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what it'll be like.
swarming with demons, but you knew that.
If it's a big dungeon area,
Don't
then we'll do
remind
it
me.
next time.
Once we arrive, we'll make for the keep.
The keep?
Zagnortus, an Imperial megafortress said to be impregnable.
With Prompto and the crystal inside it.
What goes in must come out. So, are we buying the story that the crystal can purge demons?
The proof is in the purging, but it does stand to reason. We've observed that as the nights have grown longer, the demon hordes have grown stronger. If they are in fact averse to the crystal's light, it could save not only Lucis, but the world.
There it is.
We'll find out once we take it
Save the
back.
cheerleader, save the world. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
The hell?
I say
What
the
is
same
it?
thing after he took
My
over.
guess. Something to sidetrack us.
Can I save the game? Excuse me. Can I save the game? Okay. Right. We're gonna stop there. Oh no, we're not. For goodness sake, dude, let me save the game. Why? What is with this game's lack of wanting you to? Oh my god. Guess I'm stuck playing the game. That's so weird. That's so weird to me. I can't just save the game. You always play Final Fantasy 16 instead? Well, gotta wait 5 weeks for that. Wow, still that one. By a demon.
He's trying to keep us out with the demons.
Whoa!
Gotta run, don't worry about us.
Let's get to work.
What's wrong?
The weapons.
Get back! Run! Come on! Move
The
it!
weapons are stuck. What? Alden should Noctis up his weapons. Oh, because they're like...
Only a matter of time before we run out of room to run.
Got a better idea?
We trade the train for the regalia.
Come on!
On my way!
Noct, the freight car.
Keep moving!
You guys alright? It was not very an intense
Jump
moment.
in.
Yeah. Gun it.
There was way too easy. But the train wasn't open.
Threat upgraded. Activating level 4 security measures. Sealing all gates.
Wait. Quick, put on that Final Fantasy 7 chase theme. The city's defense system has begun sealing all entrances. Make it to Gralia before the gates close. Wait. They're using the car, hopefully in a good way.
Put the pedal to the metal.
That's the idea.
Hey, I control.
Don't crash.
I can control the car like a normal car game, almost.
Thanks for the tip.
For the first time in the game, it
Inside
works like a
tunnel.
proper.
On the train tracks!
Don't slow down,
Oh,
or they'll
shit.
catch us up.
Going as fast as I can.
I wasn't looking.
Hang on!
Right. Never not look at the. Never look. Never look. Lesson learned. Don't look where you're not from. You never did this. What do you mean you never? This wasn't in the game. That's some. I mean, it's not great. All they had to do is take GTA car and physics and put it in the game. Yeah, did you not like my bum? I mean, I'm not being chased by anything. It makes it very anticlimactic, right? Oh, for crying out loud. I just wanted to look behind me, you know, like a normal game. Home sweet home. Oh my god.
What was that? They're trying to blow us off the tracks.
What are
One clean
the
hit,
demons
and it's
or the...
over.
It'll take a bit more than that to stop His Majesty's trusty steed.
I can't see anything. That light in front is making it very hard.
Dodging one thing to run into another.
The Regalia can take the punishment. Just focus on your driving.
You can do it, girl. You can get through
Da,
this.
da, 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 da. We're in the city
It's
though, we're not?
closing. Floor it.
Come on.
I am flooring it! I guess we're running. Why is this cool? I'm just trying to be excited about the game, bro. What do you want me to do? How's it going, Cole?
That's all she's got.
Why?
It'll do.
No, we've got to say goodbye to the Regalia. Our beautiful car, man. What is that about the Regalia without to withstand the punishment? The car. I know Ignis can't see, but I feel let's be more sentimental. Ignis more sentimental about it. It's his car, isn't it? Oh, it's the same car as Daddy.
Dad. Thanks for everything.
Are we seriously marching into the capital empty-handed?
And with no assurances, the crystal can beat back the demon hordes.
You have
Guess
magic?
we'll find out the hard way. No turning back now, right?
What, did all the fighting stop or something? So this is the city from the start of the game, right? Where you're from, right? Why? Oh, there you go. Maybe that's Bahamut.
This thing could come down.
This is like a
at
proper
any
city.
time.
Let's
City
be
city.
quick. Come on,
Yeah,
this way.
I'm not asking, I'm speaking out loud.
Hey!
Oh, how
Agnes!
convenient, they left the
Gladio!
car. Who will you follow? What do you mean, who will I follow? Yes. What? Again, this is why there should have been the DLC playable in the game.
Look at you, all by your lonesome.
You again. You know, for an Imperial Chancellor, you are one sick son of a bitch. Demons, the hell do you want? Leave me alone. This is getting out of hand.
I have no idea yet. I have no idea. I don't know how to answer your question, unfortunately. Because all I can say is, welcome to this Final Fantasy 15. What I can say. Where am I going, dude? Oh, this way. Why would I not pick Noctis there? That's confirmation that the chapter select after this. Wait, chapter 13. Oh dear. Why is it easier to play their playthrough? It's even funnier. You can't ask for a different ending. The One Ring. Don't do it, Frodo. Don't do it. Ask the Frodo. And then he goes invisible. I just feel like that scene was funnier than. I'm sorry. Oh. Ah! Sorry. It just wasn't. That didn't hit very well.
The time.
I'm losing my mind with this game. I'm so sorry. I should laugh. But holy cow. Ah! Harbored within the ring of Lucy, Arcana encompasses 3 powerful spells. The first spell is death, which drains a foe's life force to restore your own. Okay.
Get in here.
I'm trying. Okay. So it's basically drain, right? That's great. It's drain. Cool. So, what you're telling me, video game, speaking out loud, is that we've played the entire game with the game's mechanics. Just out of nowhere, we're now playing. I already can tell this is the final chapter of the game, and I feel like I'm gonna finish the game now. Should have stopped there. Yeah, but it's fine. Now we've got a brand new mechanic.
Looks like it's connected
but
below.
I can't play
Maybe
my
my ticket to the top.
Well, go to sleep. Depends how long this takes. I can't. There's no save. I can't relax knowing that there's no. Even if there's also save. But if there's only one fight, I might as well do it. It depends if this. Depends how much is left of the game. This chapter. I'm getting the feeling there isn't much in this chapter anyway. Everything, this whole chapter is beginning to feel rushed. Like, get to here, do this, do that. I think. If there's like a big dungeon, then I'll, you know, have a different view on it. There's a real final dungeon. This chapter took 6 hours on day 1. Is that because mechanically it was bad, or just because it's actually a long chapter? I'm asking because I want to plan out the rest of the stream. Without spoilers. Mechanic.
Now go. What am I supposed to do? Maybe another.
We might just do this next time, and then we can jump into post game after. So they give me a chance to say what I want to say at the end of it. I want to be able to take it in properly.
Nice.
It's very dense. It's very dense. Okay, thanks. So it's not short, basically. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for the heads up. I appreciate that. Thanks for telling me, suggesting, whilst keeping it very vague. I appreciate that a lot. I didn't anticipate we'd get to the end of the last chapter today, to be quite honest with you, because yeah, I think you all know why. I don't expect to beat a Final Fantasy game in 20 hours. Well, I'm beating it. But... Wait, you... Oh, I get what you mean by walking now. Wait, you have to walk? 6 hours though? You had the ring, right? Oh god, I know what I'm doing now. No running. Why? Why would you not be able to run from the get-go? That's such a weird thing to have. Yeah, but there's enemies here. Sounds like content stalling. Sounds like my style. That sounds like someone I can get behind. Immersion. In Final Fantasy 15, you mentioned the word immersion. Crazy. Man, that's crazy. My immersion was in the cutscenes of Luna. Okay. There was a rest area. I saw it. Can I use it? Surely that's the save, right? That's the ticket. But there's so many... What's up there? More champ? What's all this? It's like playing a horror movie or something. What is going on, bro? Right, okay, you know what? I should stop.
Huh. Should be safe to rest here.
Well,
As of yesterday, we done opened the gates of Lestal to
Dave.
any and all refugees. Don't matter where you come from, all y'all are welcome. We're one people now. Y'all are in need of an escort, give us a holler at HQ. We'll dispatch a hunter right away. It's dangerous to go alone. I'd also like to...
right. First and foremost, let me do this. As insane as it is, because we're at chapter 13, which I believe is going to be the final chapter. On good authority, this isn't going to be a 5-minute chapter. So, thanks, Dave. Today, I've said everything I need to say, including the section where it comes about my view on the game, and you know, I came into this with as open mind as possible. The scenes that the cut scenes that they're done really well in were fantastic. I can't speak for much gameplay still, just despite it all. I can remember fighting in the ice area with the train. I can remember doing the cup noodle with the behemoth on the cup noodle. I remember the train thing. But that lasted all too quickly. Obviously, the best part was the Leviathan fight, where you basically got Mode Noctis and you're fighting him, and then there's really huge, heavy scene with Luna after that. They really did a good job with Luna. I feel like the best character in the game is Luna. The voice acting for a lot of these characters is voice direction is fantastic. Noctis is a bit iffy. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not, and I don't think that's the voice. That's not the voice actor. That's like when he screams there, it's like ah, and I was like, not really like feeling that, you know. But when I laughed, I didn't intentionally laugh. I just couldn't help it. I just couldn't take it seriously. But all the other characters, like how Luna was used and the voice acting there, just like phenomenal. Arden's voice is phenomenal. He's a great character. He's a great character now. I feel like he was too friendly of us from the get-go, even though I could tell he was like the bad guy from the get-go. Like from day one, you can tell he's the bad guy. There were moments I enjoyed today for sure. I feel like some stuff's very forced and it's frustrating. There are moments in this game where they're definitely forced stuff and it's very frustrating, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be forcing stuff. It's like they had the potential, they didn't utilize it, they kind of wasted it, and it's very disappointing. And had I played this on day one and played the original version of the game before Royal and the added scenes and stuff, I think I would have understood and been part of this is the worst Final Fantasy game ever made, because I can understand that has been said to me a good handful of times. If you know, I've seen that line a lot since I started playing Final Fantasy 15 in the Twitch chat, and it kind of like, it's not something you want to hear. It's kind of like, considering it isn't even that old. So yeah, I feel like one of the things that really frustrates me at the end of all this so far is the character development on the main four is really bad, and it should be. I still feel like Noctis needs his own DLC. You know, I've heard that the DLCs for the other three characters are really good. You guys have told me. You guys in chat. So I feel like that DLC was already written for the game. They just chose to not put it in the game to develop those characters, which is a problem because most of the characters have their individual character arcs. Like in the story, they didn't even say what happened to Ignis. He's just blind. Like without that DLC knowing it's there already, you already like, well, you know, I don't even know if it was announced. If you knew back then if there was ever going to be a DLC, you're sitting there thinking, are you going to tell me what's happened to Ignis or not? Like, kind of like, it would irritate me. The boss with the mechanic was Marlborough. Like, even though it said to you go and get out of the way to just regroup or whatever, it wasn't clear where you had to go. So I was kind of like, wow. When I was fighting the Marlborough, I was thinking, wow, am I actually going to get stuck here and actually find like a gimmick and figure it out myself? But no, the game kind of does it all for you. That being said, I really like that scene with Ignis. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to seeing this end, because obviously there's other parts of this game. Would like to think that there's some kind of post-game super boss somewhere along the part of the game. I've tried to not get too strong. You'll notice that I have basically not touched ascending anything for a long time. I was doing it before, and then I stopped. I have 214 AP. I don't know if that's a lot or not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I've on purposely not tried to get too strong so that the story can be challenging, but the fights aren't challenging in the sense of, it's just like some of them are stacked HP, some of them don't. Some of them one-shot you, some of them don't. But some of the chapters, it doesn't make sense to me, like how some chapters prior to this are higher level enemies, and then you do so let's say if I did chapter 7 has higher level enemies, I'm using this as an example, but then chapter 13 has lower level enemies. I'm like, no, not 13. Chapter 10 has lower level enemies than chapter 7. It should always progress. And then yeah, withheld important points on purpose, and it's just like for an extra buck. I feel like the delivery of the project has been very disappointing. Again, shout out to the music. The music's been incredible. I love the soundtrack to the game. I wish the soundtrack was playable radio station, because I would listen to it all day. I wouldn't even bother with the other ones. I'd just put that one on. I think the soundtrack's fantastic. Not just look at it. I tend to do this a lot when I'm recapping with a character there. Are you listening, Noctis? Are you taking this in? This is that. Your story could have been great, and Square wanted Noctis to be like the face of Final Fantasy. How they actually made this worked on the potential, instead of trying to throw him as many other side games as it possibly could, and others as appearing as a character in Tekken and stuff like that as well. Why don't they marketed them out there? But there's probably more money marketing Noctis than actually, and doing the mobile games and whatnot, than actually putting it in the game. Because this is their main IP. This is what's selling. The video game. The anime, the movie, and all that stuff are all extras to make the main thing story a bit more, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. It's one of those things. Now, we're looking forward to the next one where we will conclude I assume we're going to conclude Final Fantasy 15's first playthrough and then probably jump into post-game after that. But thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know your thoughts up to so far without obviously spoiling the end. How you felt playing the game. Love to hear in the comments how you felt, what it was like for you playing the game for the first time. If you felt disappointed, if you were enjoying moments, like, you know, I'm not knocking, you know, I've tried to point out lots of positives that has come across in the game as well. I know I probably come across as more negative, if not then positive, but that's just how I feel in the game. There's stuff that frustrates me that they've just let go, and it feels intentional as well. Like they knew, because they've cut a lot out, and then I've had a lot of, they added this part, they added this to this, and actually it was already there, they just cut it out for whatever reason. But yeah, please do let me know in the comments what you think if you're watching this on YouTube. I do appreciate that. What you did like, what you didn't like, all that kind of stuff. I'd love to hear it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.